Kailali and Kanchanpur districts has killed 2 people and injured 123 others. Most of the houses in the storm-affected areas have lost their roofs and electricity poles have been reportedly damaged as well. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. 2 people killed and 123 others injured in yesterday evening's devastating windstorm in Kailali and Kanchanpur districts. Suspected nexus involved within CIA in former Minister Govinda Raj Joshi's corruption case. Joshi's file did not reach the Supreme Court even in 5 years. The ruling NCP chairman and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli cornered within his own party, majority of the secretariat and standing committee members against Oli. And Australia registered their second consecutive win at the ICC World Cup, defeating West Indies by 15 runs. Mitchell Starc claims 5 wickets and all-rounder Coulter Niles shines with the bat. Yesterday evening's devastating windstorm in Kailali and Kanchanpur districts has killed 2 people, leaving 123 others injured. One of the deceased, identified as Kanchanpur's Bir Bahadur Chaudhary, was riding his bike when he lost control amid the storm and hit a tipper. Another deceased, identified as Tikapur's Lahanu Chaudhary, died as well after a wall fell over him. Hundreds of houses have been reported damaged by yesterday's storm. According to a local police official, at least 100 people in Kailali and 23 in Kanchanpur have been injured due to yesterday's storm. 8 of the injured have been referred to hospitals elsewhere for treatment. Most of the houses have lost their roofs and electricity poles have been reportedly damaged as well. Let us continue with the latest national political updates. If technical aspects are to be considered, it should not take much time to transfer a file from the office of the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority at the capital's Tangal to Supreme Court at Singhadarbar. The Commission watchdog can easily send any files to the Supreme Court in no time. However, the Supreme Court has not received a corruption case file involving former Minister Govinda Raj Joshi for 5 years. The Supreme Court has hence questioned the authorities' officials, including the Secretary, for the delay and lack of actions. Likewise, the Supreme Court has ordered the authorities' secretary to present himself at the court with the original file within 15 days. It has been 7 years now since former Minister Govinda Raj Joshi was held guilty on corruption charges. Joshi was found guilty of amassing wealth disproportionate to his income when holding posts as minister and lawmaker. Based on the records of the Supreme Court, Joshi has been called to present himself at the court 43 times. With regards to Joshi's case, former Chief Justice Sushila Karki publicly stated there were officials at the Supreme Court itself who removed the records on orders and hearings. Likewise, officials of the CIA themselves have not sent the required documents to the Supreme Court the case's hearing. Justice Duo Ishwar Prasad Khatioda and Sapana Pradhan Malla have termed the 5-year-long delay in sending the file as direct interference on justice. The corruption watchdog has been found flouting several of the orders given by the Supreme Court regarding Joshi's corruption case. Supreme Court has also questioned the authority on why it has not abided by the court's order and why it has failed to take actions against the officials responsible to execute the court's order. Supreme Court has given 15 days ultimatum to the authorities' secretary to present a written clarification and present himself with the original file at the court. CIA had filed a case against Joshi for corruption worth 39.3 million rupees back in 2005. The special court had found Joshi guilty of corruption worth 21.6 million rupees 5 years ago and had sentenced Joshi to 18 months in prison. And moving on, a growing polarization has been witnessed between the ruling Nepal Communist Party chairman duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal in just a year since party unification. Disagreements are rife between the two leaders regarding division of roles and remaining works of party integration. The meeting of the Nepal Communist Party Secretariat that was held to decide the appointments of the in-charge and deputy in-charge at the district levels ended inconclusively for the 3rd consecutive day yesterday. The meeting's failure is attributed to the inability of the leaders to reach consensus on the criteria for the appointments. The difference of opinion between the chairman duo and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has put Oli and Dahal in differing position as well. Prime Minister and Nepal Communist Party Chairman Oli has been cornered after Chairman Dahal supported senior leader Nepal's stance against dual responsibilities. There is now a clear divide between the faction including Dahal, Jhalanath Khanal, Bamdev Gautam and party spokesperson Naren Kaji Shrestha and the other faction comprising Ishwar Pokhrel, Rambahadur Thapa and General Secretary Bishnu Paudel who support Chairman Oli. 4 of the 9 party secretariat members have supported Oli while the remaining are inclined towards Dahal. The party secretariat meeting has been postponed without a date for another meeting after the Oli faction could not gain a majority. The 45-member standing committee has 18 members from the Dahal faction while 14 are from the Nepal faction, which has overshadowed Oli's support. Experts are of the view if Dahal and Nepal's closeness continues till the party's upcoming General Assembly, it might sideline Oli from the leadership as well. And moving on, private medical colleges have still not returned the fees that were collected from their students against the existing rules and regulations. The Education Ministry had ordered medical colleges that were found charging exorbitant fees from students to return the amounts deposited after students launched stern protest programs. The government has determined the fees for MBBS studies at 3.8 million rupees for colleges within the valley and 4.2 million rupees for colleges outside Kathmandu Valley. However, private medical colleges affiliated to Tribhuvan and Kathmandu universities were found charging as much as 5.7 million rupees for the students. After the news of the colleges ripping off the students surfaced, the Medical Council had announced of taking actions against such colleges. However, as the council failed to take any concrete actions, the Parliament's Education and Health Committee formed a subcommittee to investigate the issue. The subcommittee received complaints that the colleges had also charged extra fees from students who had scholarships and failed the students who had protested against the college management. An agreement requiring the colleges to return the extra fees to the students was struck between the Ministry of Education and the protesting students. However, the colleges have stated they are unable to return the fees and have demanded an increase on the fees as per the latest money exchange rates. Meanwhile, students have demanded the colleges to abide by the agreement and that an increase in the fees is impractical given the previous fee structure itself was unreasonable. The government's continued apathy towards the whole episode is deemed shameful. The World Bank has estimated Nepal's economic growth for the ongoing year 2019 at 7.1%. Based on the Nepal Development Report released by World Bank, the economic growth of agricultural and service sectors have gained momentum, giving rise to the overall growth. According to the report, the growth in wholesale market, increase in number of tourists and expansion of hotels and restaurants will help service sectors achieve 7.5% growth. Likewise, this report states favorable weather conditions, availability of seeds and fertilizers, commercialization, irrigation facilities as factors driving the economic growth. Meanwhile, the report has suggested that Nepal can upgrade itself to middle-range country if it increases investment on human resources. The report has also highlighted the possibility for Nepal to attain a double-digit economic growth. Addressing the event, Finance Minister Yuvraj Khatiwada said the government has amended policies to encourage foreign investments to make sustainable economic growth. The World Bank has also urged Nepal to increase investments on export products to strengthen the economic growth. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the service seekers returning from Tinahu rural municipality of Palpa district, how is the service delivery of this rural municipality? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
पूरा गरेर आयो भने उहाँहरुले काम नगर्दिएको अवस्था त छैन उहाँहरु पनि यो विषयमा विज्ञ भइसक्नु नभएको अनि एक्सरसाइजको क्रममा अलि कहीं कमी कमजोरी भयो नि गर्न नचाहेको हैन उहाँहरुलाई दुःख दिन चाहेको हैन त्यो गर्दा गर्दै पनि ढिलो
डकुमेन्ट नपुग्दा समस्या हो डकुमेन्ट पुग्यो भने त उही 45 मिनेटमा हामी त्यस कामसाम गरेर निक्लिन सक्छौं योजनाका फरफरक कुराहरुमा अलि भिड भयो भने अलि हाम्रो कामहरु बन्दैन त्यसैमा अलि दुःख लाग्छ हैन घर फर्किन पर्दाखेरि वृद्ध भत्ताहरुलाई घर घरमा पैसा पुर्याउन जाने कार्यक्रम गर्नुपर्छ सबभन्दा पीडा वृद्ध बुढाबुढी आउन नसक्ने यिनीहरुको लागि
यो गरिदियो भने गाउँपालिकाको एउटा इज्जत र गौरव रहन्छ।
And time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what's your take on victims of Badar Mudhe incident failing to get justice even after 14 years? Your options are A, lack of political willpower, B, transitional mechanism not working, and C, handiwork of interest groups. The voting is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.